Welcome from the hood rat trap. Let's get out of the hood and run from the trap. Escape. So before I was talking about globalization. Now I'm talking about the three spheres of economy. How globalization is formed, the building blocks of globalization from my perspective. Other people who are economists might have, remember, this is not financial advice, guys. Um, Other people who are economists might have different words for this, but what I call or how I see it, it's that it is there is a local economy, which is your neighborhood and the city closest to you. There is a national economy, which is your neighborhood, the city closest to you, and every other neighborhood inside your country and the city closest to it interacting with one another. There is also then a global economy, which is your continent interacting with another continent. This means your country interacts with the country next door and across the ocean. That's global. So local is your neighborhood, which is your hood where you live in there, the city in there, um, which is also then after that on top of that would be your country, which is all them hoods put together, and the country in the country and the cities for each and every hood and all that within the country across provinces. Because I'm in South Africa, so we use provinces instead of states, provinces. Yeah, our provinces do have local legislatures and what and their own constitutions, but yeah, I'm not going deep into the law system vibe right now. I'm just talking about the economy from an economic standpoint. Each of them have opportunities for you, by the way, mind you. The opportunities have a different level because of scale. Um, Globalization works is most profitable or works best um, from an economic standpoint of a capitalist, because we're talking capitalism, no socialism here. Yeah, it works best when you are at scale. That's global. Global works best at scale. Local works best when it's not scale. So individual items that are small and relatively well priced are best for local economy. Um, your national economy, it's in the middle of global and that, and as soon as you leave the national, you need to have scale in order to thrive. That's usually a lot of money that comes from going international and leaving there, but at the same time it's only really a lot because of the entry barrier, like how much money you need to have in order to start that form of business to begin. Locally, that's where your girlfriend and you are at, and globally, that's where the guy that your girlfriend sees on Instagram, who's not from your nation, is and compares you with. That's where he's at. He's at global scale. So I'm sorry if your girlfriend's thinking global and you're only local, man. I hope that you'll find a local girl who thinks local, and together you can go national. Because the goal is really to go national. Going global is, well, was in the past really government's job or large multinational corporations which have taken over now their job. But as an individual, you really don't need to make that much income in order to live a very good life. In my country, making a good income is what, $800, which is like less than 20,000, far less than 20. It's more like 15,000 rand. And a great income would be $2,000, maybe $3,000. $3,000 is out the ballpark. $3,000 is in rand. It's like more like 40,000. Not an exact figure, around there because it's 18 to the rand. So it's crazy at this moment. It was cheaper at some point, but now it's at this moment it's that, which is a crazy amount, right? It's insane. You can have an automobile and you can have all sorts of things. Your children can go to school. That's if you have two children max. They can go to pretty okay schools, and also if your spouse has an income as well, because there's things that are just generally expensive, and housing. You want to live close to a great school, you want to leave the hood, make 15 bands. That's all you need to leave the hood. A teacher's salary, literally become a teacher and you're out of the hood. Now how you spend it, that's a different thing, but I was just generally speaking about the global economy, the national economy, and the local economy. Each of those economies interact, and you can be in either or each and every single one of the economies simultaneously, but all of them have different entry barriers and reasons for being used. Sometimes it's wasteful to try and compete at a global economy scale when it is best to compete locally in order to maximize your profits. But this is business speaking. Usually, when you get educated, you do automatically fall into the global scale for most sought after professions, like let's say accounting or something. Then global scale immediately if you've got certain qualifications. And yeah, so yeah, this is another one on how to escape the hood rat trap. Sometimes you're already out of the hood rat trap. You just don't feel like you're out of the hood rat trap because you're in debt. You got bit by the hood rat trap. So even though you're not in the vicinity of the hood rat trap, the hood rat trap's poison still affects you. And that's okay because debt can also be a good thing.